Welcome to the grammar class. This week we are going to see direct and indirect speech. But Lisa, our grammar coach, has prepared a video for you. Please pay attention.
Hi! Today's lesson is about reported speech. We can report speech in two ways, with direct speech and indirect speech. I'm planning a trip to South Korea next month. I will be staying in Seoul, but I'm not sure what to see or do there. Let's see if there are any good blogs. This blogger says, there are many interesting places to shop in Seoul. I love to shop. She says, try Dongdaemun Market, which is open from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. the next day. You can shop all night. Wow, that sounds great. This blogger also says that I should go to the Gangnam subway station. She says there are tons of clothing boutiques and accessory stores all underground. This all sounds so exciting. This blogger also says that I should go to the Gangnam subway station. She says there are tons of clothing boutiques and accessory stores all underground. This all sounds so exciting. When we report what someone says, we can use direct speech, also called quoted speech. It contains the exact words of someone speaking. We introduce direct speech with a reporting verb such as said, told, stated, or asked. Direct speech is enclosed in quotation marks. For example, the blogger said, there are many interesting places to shop in Seoul. These are the exact words of the blogger. Indirect speech is also called reported speech. It does not contain the exact words of someone speaking. Instead, it is a report of someone's speech. Indirect speech is not enclosed in quotation marks. For example, this blogger also says that I should go to the Gangnam subway station. I changed the blogger's words to tell you what she said. If a statement is reported, we can introduce the noun clause with the word that. However, we often omit the word that. For example, I can say, she said that the shops in the subway station are great. Or, she said the shops in the subway station are great. We often use the verbs say and tell in the past tense to introduce direct or indirect speech. Notice the difference between these two verbs. We say something. We tell someone something. For example, my friend said that I should try Korean food. My friend told me that I should try Korean food. When the listener is mentioned, we usually use the verb tell. We cannot use tell when the listener is not mentioned. Sorry, hold on. Oh, yes. I'm going next month. It's my friend Amira. Amira asked, are you going to take a vacation soon? I will call you later. Bye. For indirect questions, we usually use ask in the simple past form. We use statement word order, not question word order. Indirect questions end with a period, not a question mark. If we are reporting a yes-no question, the noun clause is introduced by if or whether or not. For example, Amira asked if I was going to take a vacation soon. If we are reporting an information question, the noun clause is introduced by a WH question word. For example, Amira asked when I was going to take a vacation. In indirect speech, when the reporting verb is in the simple past, the verb in the noun clause usually changes. An imperative becomes an infinitive. For example, Amira said, take a look at my travel blog. Amira said to take a look at her travel blog. The imperative verb take becomes the infinitive to take. The simple present becomes the simple past. For example, my brother said, "I like the nightlife in Seoul." My brother said that he liked the nightlife in Seoul. The present tense verb like becomes the past form liked. The present progressive becomes the past progressive. For example, my parents said, "We are traveling this week." My parents said that they were traveling this week. The present progressive for are traveling becomes the past progressive were traveling. The simple past becomes the past perfect. For example, Amira said, "I went to Seoul with my family." Amira said that she had gone to Seoul with her family. The simple past form went becomes the past perfect had gone. The present perfect becomes the past perfect. For example, my father said, "I have never been to Seoul before." My father said that he had never been to Seoul before. The present perfect form have never been becomes the past perfect had never been. In spoken English, however, we don't always change verbs in a noun clause. This is especially true if the reporting happened only a short time ago. The verb need is in the present tense in both examples. We usually do not change verbs to past forms if we are reporting facts or general truths. The verb be stays the same in both examples. Some modals change in indirect speech. Can becomes could, may becomes might, must becomes had to, and will becomes would. Notice how the pronouns change in indirect speech. Sarah said, "I'll send you some pictures." Sarah said that she would send me some pictures. Certain other words also change in indirect speech. This becomes that, and these becomes those. For example, Susie asked, "Have you read this book about the Grand Canyon?" Susie asked if I had read that book about the Grand Canyon. Here becomes there. Chris said, "I'll be here all day." Chris said he'd be there all day. Time expressions often change in indirect speech. Now becomes then. Alex said, "I'm leaving right now." Alex said that he was leaving right then. Yesterday becomes the day before or the previous day. Alex said, "I left yesterday." Alex said that he had left the day before. Today becomes that day. Alex said, "I'm leaving today." Alex said that he was leaving that day. Tomorrow becomes the next day or the day after. Alex said, "I'm leaving tomorrow." Alex said that he was leaving the next day. Oh, look. This blogger says, "The food in Korea is amazing. There are so many choices that it can be overwhelming." She says that there can be dozens of restaurants in just one block. Uh-oh. I better do some research. Bye.
Thank you, Lisa, and I hope that this will help you to do your task. See you soon. Bye bye.